Okay, I'm not sure if we did this in class, so I'll just do some quick keyframing. I believe we did a wee bit, but I'm not sure, and it would be useful for you to have it as well. So, keyframing, the most basic keyframing is changing your audio. So if I turn the audio on here at the bottom of the timeline, whoop, come on, we got a wee pink line here, very difficult to see. If I hit Control, if I hit Alt, we get a pen here and two keyframes here. If we want it to fade out, we've got a keyframe to tell it when to start fading, a keyframe to tell it when to stop fading. They are two keyframes there, very basic ones. Same with opacity up here. Again, hold down Alt, you get your pen, start and end, there is a fade. To get your pen also, it is also in the tool bench here at the bottom. Okay, so you can always get it that way as well. With one of these as well, yes, also if you do your keyframes for your opacity, if you hold Control down and click one of your keyframes, you can smoothen that down. You can see it just puts a bit more of an arc onto the fade there. Okay, and you turn the sound off. Okay, so other keyframes, we can do a lot of our keyframes in the viewer here. I'm going to do some a very straightforward one just so you can see the principle of using the keyframes in the viewer. So all I'm going to do is I'll lock off the audio, we'll put that shot up there. I'm going to have a shrunk down shot of the close-up of the guitar. This is going to be awful looking, but again, it's just the principle. Okay. See, that goes all that way, so I'm going to pull that to there. Okay, and I'm going to keyframe this so it just fades down, it'll shrink down, and then it will appear over here, so we've got two close-ups. I want to say again for the third time, this isn't going to look good, but the principle. So, again, we're about to affect a clip, so we double click so that we're up in our viewer again. Go to the motion tab, and these here are the keyframes. You can see them all the way along here. They'll be in crop as well, so if you want to change the features here, we're going to do that as well. So, we've got our first point here. We're going to change the scale. We're going to change the center point because it's not going to shrink and just go into the middle. It's going to go up here as well. Notice also, as soon as I've hit keyframes, the wireframe here has gone green because it recognizes we're about to do some animation. If you haven't got the wireframe on here, it is lost to this area here. So image and wireframe is just there. Okay. Okay, we don't need it, but let's change the crop as well. So we're just going to crop out a little bit of the top and bottom. It'll make it a little more cinematic. So keyframes top and bottom were as well. So we know that all these animation points are happening at the same time here. And then I'm going to move on a wee bit. You would usually do this to the flow of the music and things. Anything that moves, if it flows in marriage to the music or sound design, everything is still one. Everything flowing together beautifully. Okay. So I'm just going to there. That's going to work for me. So that's our second point here. So rather than putting the keyframes in, if I start changing this, you can see a keyframe appears straight away. So I'm shrink this down like that. I've got my crop as well, so I can get my crop from the tool bench at the bottom right. We'll take a little off the top here. The girl's head doesn't move that much. A little off the bottom, but we really need that. Okay, and I'll shift it up, and you can see we've got an animation path there. And I will shrink it down further just so that we have that full other shot there as well. Okay, so we have full animation. You can see there now in our viewer, we've got two animation points, bang, 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 bang. Also have rendering here at the bottom because we've now got two layers, and Final Cut 7 just needs this extra bit of help sometimes. We're not going to wait 5 minutes, so I'm going to cancel that. And just go through it. But you can see everything is working fine, the animation is working fine. If you then decide you need to change something, for instance, you decide it needs to go a bit longer, we'll do this. This is a bit of a pain, but okay, we want it to go. We want it to take longer to shrink down. So we'll move our playhead along a bit more. If we put other keyframes in there, it's taken on the same points as our previous one. Now we need to delete the middle one because we've decided we want this to take longer. So to get to those exact keyframes, you'll see now we've got a dark arrow at the left of our keyframe because it recognizes the keyframe to the left here. So we can click between them. So I can navigate to them and delete that middle keyframe, and we have a new path there that takes a little bit longer to go. And you can see it's zooming down and it hits that point just on the keyframe. So that is basic keyframing. People take ages to get hold of this and get this stuck in their brains. So we'll probably go through this in class as well. But again, hopefully that is of help, and hopefully that helps with anything that you want to do like that. You can do keyframing with text as well. So again, it's this basic motion, but if you bring a simple text in and you want it to like scroll down and stop in the middle, again, you can position your text at the top, out the way, keyframe there, move to the second part, pull the text down to the center, second keyframe, there's your text passing through, and again, you can make that married to music or anything else you wish to do. And that's the end of that video. I thank you.